Hello everyone. In previous lecture we discussed few cultivation points related to this sesamum crop. In today's session I'll continue with remaining part or points of this sesamum crop. Let's see seeds and sowing for sesamum crop. So here is sowing time, seed rate, seed treatment, spacing, sowing method, sowing depth. See, this crop is cultivated in all over India, but in North India, this crop is cultivated in last week of June to first week of July. And if we think about South India, it is cultivated in May to July. See, we already discussed this part this sesamum is cultivated in Kharif as well as in Rabi season. If we want to cultivate this crop in Rabi season, so October, November is the sowing time for cultivation of this crop. And if we think about Maharashtra, when monsoon showers are there, and if sufficient Vapsa condition is there, uh, so we can cultivate this crop in June, in second week of June to first week of July also. Okay. Here is seed rate of this crop. Being small seeded crop, this crop also requires uh, less amount of seed rate. So 3 to 4 kilograms seeds for 1 hectare are sufficient for cultivation of this crop. Most of the time 1 kilogram seeds are sufficient for cultivation of 1 acre area. If we think about seed treatment, so we can follow seed treatment, that is for thyrum, that is for control of seed-borne or soil-borne diseases, 3 gram for 1 kilogram of seeds. Even we can use here trichoderma 4 gram for 1 kilogram of seeds. Trichoderma is also helpful for control of seed-borne and soil-borne diseases. And we can use here azotobacter. As Azotobacter is also recommended for this crop to increase nitrogen fixation of sesamum crop. Application rate is again same, 250 gram of azotobacter for 10 kilogram of seeds. Here is spacing of this crop. Uh, 45 centimeter row to row spacing and 15 centimeter plant to plant spacing is recommended for this crop, and even 30 centimeter by 10 to 15 centimeter spacing is commonly used in Maharashtra, and these kind of spacings are recommended for cultivation of this sesamum crop if we are using seed drill also. Okay, so most of the time this crop is cultivated by drilling method, but being a small seeded crop we just have to add one thing here. That means we can say it is one of the important seed treatment for uniform distribution of these seeds of sesamum crop. We just have to mix soil, well sieved soil or sand, again sieved sand or powdered form of FYM. Why we have to mix them in with the seeds of this sesamum crop? Just for in uniformly distribution of the seeds into the field. And one more thing, and seeds of sesamum are smaller in nature, they may create crowding, or they may create uh, abundance growth at any place, or gap in any place in field. So to avoid that gap filling, such kind of gaps and overcrowding, we just have to follow this kind of simple seed treatment for uniform distribution of the seeds in the field and for optimum plant stand in the field. Okay, here are the varieties of sesamum. So Phuleti number 1 is a variety having duration 90 to 95 days. Here is Tapi, 80 to 85 days duration is of this variety. Next is Padma, 72 to 78 days, that is duration of this crop. And see this Fuleti number 1 and tapi, these two having white colored seeds. Okay, it is recommended for kharif season, especially this fuleti number 1 is recommended for kharif season. And then tapi again recommended for especially for Marathwada region. And here you can see Padma. So Padma's variety having seeds, pale brown colored seeds of this Padma variety. It is again early maturing variety. And here is JL 408. It is again this variety again having white colored seeds. And this variety is having maximum oil content compared to these varieties. And this variety is again recommended for all over Maharashtra, especially for kharif cultivation in Marathwada region. Okay, here is nutrient management. So manures and fertilizer requirement of this crop. So this crop requires 20 to 25 tons of well decomposed farmyard manure or compost, and we should apply it at the time of land preparation or at the time of last harrowing. Here is recommended fertilizer dose: 30 as to 60 as to 30 kg NPK per hectare. Even we can use 20, 25 kilogram of nitrogen, and again 25 kilogram of nitrogen, uh, half nitrogen at the time of 30 days after sowing. And so this recommendation of recommended fertilizer dose again varies according to region. But from this whole dose, phosphorus and potassium is given at the time of sowing. And this nitrogen application varies according to type of soil. If sandy soil is there, we just have to apply one third nitrogen. One third means 30 multiplied by, that means 10 kilogram of nitrogen at the time of sowing, remaining 10 kilogram of nitrogen at the time of 30 days after sowing, and remaining 10 kilogram nitrogen 50 days after sowing. Okay, next, if heavy soil is there or black cotton soil is there, we have to apply 2/3 nitrogen. That means 30 by multiply by, that means 20 kilogram of nitrogen at the time of sowing and 10 kilogram of nitrogen at the time of flowering. See, one more thing, if we follow or if we use 2% urea solution at the time of flowering stage or at the time of capsule formation stage, it is helpful for better yield of this sesamum crop. Okay, one more additional thing we can mention here in nutrient management, that is we can use sulfur for this crop to control or to avoid micronutrient deficiency in this sesamum crop. Next is water management for this crop. It is quite susceptible crop to the drought situation. This crop requires 50 hectare centimeter total water for completion of its whole lifespan. If we think about its uh, critical growth stages on irrigation point of view, so we have to apply first irrigation when crop attains 35 to 40 days age, or second irrigation at the time of flowering, and third irrigation at the time of capsule development stage. Or here we can mention first irrigation at the time of uh, first irrigation at the time of vegetative stage, next at the time of flowering stage, and at the time of capsule development stage. So at least three number of irrigations are important for this sesamum crop. But most of the time farmers are not giving irrigation, or if sufficient rainfall is there in kharif season crop, so For if dry spells occur during such kind of growth stages, then only we have to apply irrigation for this crop. Okay, otherwise, if sufficient rainfall is there, there is no need of extra water to this crop. Next, weed management. So at least two weedings are important. First, at the time of 20 to 25 days when plant attains height up to 15 to 20 centimeter, and next weeding at the time of 40 to 45 days after sowing. Okay, and even we can use hoeing operation also. So it again depends on weed intensity in the field. As this crop grows erect, so weed population or weed infestation is more, so we have to complete all weeding operations up to uh, within prescribed period to avoid competition with this crop for nutrients also. Okay, even we can use alachlor as a pre-emergence spray for control of weeds in this sesamum crop. Here are the pests and diseases of this sesamum crop. So leaf roller, capsule borer, jassids, teal hawk moth, Bihar hairy caterpillar, sesamum gallfly, then sesamum bird fly. Here is important disease, that is phyllodes disease, sesamum phyllodes. Uh, Plant is or growing portion or this plant remains stunted and leaves appears like leafy appearance. Then blight, root and stem rot, leaf spot, bacterial blight, and leaf curl. See, for leaf roller or for jassids, we can apply quinolphos for control of these, or um, carbaryl also recommended for control of these kind of pest also. Okay, and for diseases we have to prefer resistant varieties. Here is harvesting and yield of this crop. See, this sesamum crop shows this kind of maturity signs like leaves and capsule becomes yellow, defoliation of leaves, especially capsules at the base of plant matures first and then start upward. Okay, so basal capsules mature first, then upward capsule maturing started. Plant is harvested when the plant shows yellowish brown color. If we delayed harvesting of this crop, so capsule may burst, and due to that grains may shatter out in field. So to avoid this shattering problem, we have to harvest this crop when shows such kind of maturity signs. Okay, after harvesting, we have to harvest this crop at ground level, cutting with at ground level, and we just have to prepare small bunches, and we have to keep these prepared bunches in erect manner. I'll show you here. Yeah, see, same like this, we just have to arrange all bundles in erect manner to the sunlight, and then after drying of these capsules due to sunlight, these capsules may burst like this, and then we can collect all seeds from the this harvested produce. Here is yield of this crop, 8 to 10 quintals per hectare we got from well managed sesame plot. Okay, thank you. This crop is again important for you in final exam. Thank you.